But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
I also note that technically you need fewer research stations in order to get things done.
Yes.
Or to complete your research, I should say.
There's only 5 tiers of research.
Standing by, Commander.
Yeah, it's
that
interesting.
ties in with why they cost so much.
Oh, the Tempest research ship. Oh, it's nice. That's a new model, definitely.
Yes. Tempest is gorgeous.
One of the standout successes of what's his face, Andromeda.
Yes.
Very nice ship design and a very nice. I don't want to call it a replacement, but a very nice not Mako.
I actually think that technically was a Mako.
Planet colonized. Allied forces
But we all know
are
that the
under
real
attack.
Mako is the best.
Have either of you guys seen that that GIF with the whole "fuck you, I'm the Mako" thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It's magnificent.
It's glorious.
it flies, it attacks. It's the Mako is the perfect
Structure
vehicle.
complete.
I feel like we would have won the first contact war very quickly if every Marine was equipped with a Mako.
For FTL.
It protect, it attack.
Our forces
Mr.
are
Mako
under
got your
attack.
back. Right, let's see what else I can get here. A bit of that. Hey, guess what you need more of? Uh-oh.
You've selected the slightly larger vessel.
I may be a minute.
Attacking designated target.
Echo, if you don't help me, this may not end very well for all of us.
I'm working on it.
Oh, that's an enemy fleet.
Fire all the guns. All the guns.
Destroy them! Throw them into the fire!
Once my Raya arrives, eventually, it's not very fast. Things will speed up. That made sense in my head, okay?
Research.
I believe you. Give me more Kilimanjaros.
Standing by. Transmitting call for fire.
Glorious beast.
Scrambling assault vessels.
Structure complete.
Destroy that Kodiak shuttle.
Allied forces are under attack.
So, I've landed some Turian Marines on the
Heading out, Commander.
planet next to my mass relay. And they're
Mobilizing
doing
now,
their thing.
Commander.
And now my fleet is going to leave because they don't need to be there anymore. Boots are on the ground.
We await your command.
Ah, and you've got the infantry
An
strength
allied
thing
colony
there.
is under siege.
So, what denotes whether you're going to win or lose?
So you won't know whether you win or
Heading
lose,
set.
because it is just dealing damage to the planet. And the planet will still regenerate even when it's
Heading out,
taking
Commander.
damage. There's no, guaranteed, you will definitely win, you will definitely lose.
Kilimanjaro class dreadnought here.
It's pretty much just a matter of
Planetary
if you can
upgrade
outlast it.
complete.
If you have more regeneration than they
Just
have
waiting
damage,
around,
you'll
Commander.
defend successfully. If they have more damage, they'll probably win.
I gotcha.
And of course, the way to achieve all of that is quite easy. Just land more infantry.
Kilimanjaro class dreadnought here. Kilimanjaro class dreadnought here.
Structure complete.
Different types of worlds have different
Engaging
basic
maneuvering
regen rates as well.
thrusters.
So garden worlds are very difficult to take. But random asteroids, it's not a lot of them, so who cares? They're easy to take. Which is why one single infantry unit is easily enough to take this planetoid that Cerberus hasn't reinforced at all. You still alive over there, Set?
Yeah. They don't seem to be getting past the initial planet. And the best thing about Marks is they're capable of building ships at a much quicker pace than the enemy can afford to lose them.
I think the silly sausages sent half of their fleet towards me.
Our forces are under attack.
Ow.
Anyway, we don't
So
need to
my
worry about
carrier-
those vessels anymore.
My carrier just had a close run with a dreadnought that has a lot of missiles.
Oh.
And missiles are another thing in this that ignore shields.
Heading to targeted
But they also
system.
do bonus damage to carriers. Because having missiles explode in your hangar bays is bad.
Got anything? Just say the word.
And hangars are generally
Allied
not
reinforcements have
sealed
arrived.
with blast doors on dedicated carriers in Mass Effect because kinetic barriers are so effective.
Planetary upgrade complete.
Aye, aye. Firing for effect.
But the missiles
Structure
have
complete.
Mass Effect cores in them that raise their mass to the point they can bypass shields.
Getting ready
And
for
that's
FTL.
bad for carriers.
I'll bet.
That's a very Turian fleet you have there, Echo.
Mobile.
Yes,
Our
working
reinforcements
on
have
some
arrived.
Quarian ships.
An allied colony is on
And
I'm sorry that I'm killing.
You're killing my defense fleet. Get out of here.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shoot the cock and balls.
Allied reinforcements have
I love
Get
arrived.
out of here before you do more harm than good. Go on, get.
I'm trying to leave. I'm doing my best.
Leave quicker.
To targeted
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Systems Alliance goes where it will go at its own pace.
Awaiting you.
Because I've told them all to go together.
Well, that's not too bad on the Systems Alliance. They're very
Heading
fast.
set.
And they have a unified fleet
So
speed.
drive ready for the jump.
One of the themes of the faction is
Everest
their
class
speed.
standing by.
Awaiting new orders.
I hope y'all appreciate the amount of effort I now have to go through to rebuild everything I just lost.
Yes.
I do.
I'm quite happy that you're taking the focus off of me.
I'm not capable of taking focus.
FTL.
Well, you should have been expanding faster.
Expanding faster.
He's right, you know.
Oh,
Or rather, attacking faster.
Bereit machen
Stop,
für
protect,
FTL.
just attack. Get one of those. How come I'm out here by myself, by the way? You two are next to each other, all snug as a bug in a rug.
Reinforcements have arrived.
well, as you can see, the mass relays doesn't really, kind of
Heavy
negate the
frigate
fact of being
reporting as
separated from your
requested,
opponents,
sir.
or allies rather. Just due to the sheer speed that you can travel across the map now.
Trying to lock down a mass relay has been interesting. You would think that it would be easy to lock down such a small grav well, but we
Yeah,
found
we just
that
powered up all
even in the
6
mid-game,
cylinders.
their size
That's
actually
not a
means
big
you can
engine,
run
okay?
blockade, if you like,
Heading out, Commander.
before your fleet takes too many heavy
Moving to that
losses.
part of the neighborhood.
Once you hit the late game, you can
Allied
start locking
forces
down the
are
grav
under
well,
attack.
especially if the enemy's fallen behind a lot.
Kowloon class reporting.
But it's not as easy to lock down a
There
mass
had
relay as you
better
might
not
think.
be Reapers there.
Also, you can't build star bases there, and you can't defend it in any other
Einstein
way
carrier.
than
Well, it stands to reason.
Yeah.
An allied fleet has arrived.
Alright, I gotta keep my economy up, so I'm moving my fleet into a central location and taking pot shots at pink.
Move my drugs into a different location.
It's not my
try and make
drugs.
some
What's
make
that?
some runs at enemy planets with your Cat 6 frigates. Drop some hatchet squads on their planets.
Getting ready for FDL.
Assuming you've researched spoils of war.
Let's see here. I think I did.
Let me guess.
The mercs
Somebody
gain
stole
credits
your
from
sweet roll.
any damage they deal to
Initiating
enemy
FTL
infantry
procedures.
on enemy planets.
More credits are required.
So it can actually be a good idea as the mercs to drop just enough infantry to be dealing damage, but not to win.
More profitable.
Prolong the battle pay.
And it's even more profitable for you when your own worlds are under attack, because your protection fees obviously go up.
Alliance vessel reporting.
Einstein carrier reporting.
Mercs don't normally make a lot of tax income, but they do if there's an enemy in that grid.
Lining up for axial fire.
Ah, Echo, you got the heavy freighters going. Nice.
Getting ready
Yes.
for FDL.
Moving there now.
So my fleet at the mass relay has a few of the new Asari.
Oh,
Neptune
good
cruisers on.
gravioli!
Cruiser is mobile.
If you can hold them there, go. I'm jumping in behind them. I need the money, so I'll take some pot shots at them.
I need the money.
I need the money.
Standing by.
Actually, I got a pink fleet here. I'm gonna take some shots at.
Uh-oh.
I will try
All
and help you
reinforcements
out.
have arrived.
I've turned my fleet around.
Geneva class cruisers on standby.
Right, everybody focus here.
Focus where? Oh, your gas giant.
Oh, that's a lot of enemy ships.
I hope you have a fleet nearby. Where's your
Yeah.
fleet?
Heading set.
It was going towards their homeworld.
Yeah, I'd second. I would, think about not doing that, perhaps.
I've made an error.
Bereit machen für FDL.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to blame you for it.
Well, I did design the thing, and Cerberus AI is
Getting
my
ready for
doing,
FTL.
so
Stand by.
technically you're right to do that.
Where does one get guns from?
I'm selling guns. Would you like some guns?
Forces are under
Please.
attack. Research
I'm trying to work out where I can get planetary defenses from.
You can build them. They're in your tactical slots.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? But I don't appear to have unlocked any of them.
Our colony is under siege.
You'll need to research some of the infantry techs in the combined arms tree.
Ah, garumph.
Although I believe the airbase is already unlocked. One of the things about infantry is that they
Our
cannot be
reinforcements
damaged
have
by
arrived.
ships. They're invulnerable on the planet's surface.
Standing by.
So, if you build up some air bases on a planet,
Our reinforcements have arrived.
those air bases will fighters until
Okay,
the
good to
enemy
know.
takes the planet out. And having
Give
air
them no
support on the
quarter.
ground helps as well.
Give them no quarter. Scrambling assault vessels.
You'll forgive me for going after their capital ships, but capital ships are good money.
If it helps, I'm not in any way upset about this.
Give them no quarter.
I'm not even fielding any dreadnoughts now. It's all cruisers and frigates.
Heading to targeted system.
Oh god, my economy's gone from, I had 6,000 credits to 23,000 credits in one battle. Well, I'm coming for that planet. Oh shit, they have a ton of fighters. I'm not sure if I can do that on my own.
Receiving FTL coordinates. Linking up to nearby conduits.
I hope you have a lot of fighters in there.
One or two.
Allied forces are under attack.
Strike craft are
Transmitting
quite
call for
important,
fire.
but Cerberus versus Alliance, they don't generally get to
Got
do
anything
much
to send
against
a
each
word?
other's capital ships because they're too busy killing each other.
I landed some.
Kilimanjaro's
Inbound
died.
hostile fleet
I
detected.
landed some troops in their gas giant, so we'll probably be out in a few minutes.
Getting ready for FTL. Stand by.
Consider me a
Warning,
fleet for
enemy
hire.
forces detected. Our reinforcements have arrived. Research complete.
Mercs also have a bonus to bounty collection rates, so I'm quite hoping that in multiplayer matches,
Transmitting call
especially
for
free
fire.
Merc players will act almost exactly like the pirates from Stock Sims. And do things like only attack the targets that have the highest bounty, and force other players to get into bidding wars to control who the Merc player goes
I see.
after. It's not just roleplay, it's
Stand by.
definitely much better for them economically to focus on things with higher bounty.
Whatever you need, we'll take care of it.
Just waiting around, Commander. I will not take an arrow to the knee.
Alliance vessel reporting. Getting ready for assault.
I see you've landed quite a bit of infantry there,
Our
Gull.
colony is under siege.
I think it's safe to say the planet will probably be yours pretty quickly.
You've selected the slightly larger vessel.
I certainly hope so.
There appears to be at least 10 light armor divisions.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah, that's a lot of Makos to put on one planet. I don't think it was prepared for that.
They started it.
As you can see, the Mako,
Enemy colony
it doesn't do
destroyed.
damage itself, but it reduces the damage resistance of an enemy planet. That's generally how I've
Heavy
chosen
frigate
to represent
reporting as
armor
requested, sir.
Having a bunch of armor makes even just a few regular infantry units deal a lot more damage.
Very interesting. It's quite an in-depth system that you've got going on.
So drive ready for the job.
Yeah. Unfortunately, similarly to the UI improvements we were talking about earlier, it's a lot of work to
Our
implement.
reinforcements have arrived.
The Alliance is the most finished one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Still,
eventually all
you'll get where you're
factions
going in the
will-
end, won't you?
Yeah. If you click on one of the Marine platoons, you'll be able to see the different abilities that it has. And they are unlocked by the infantry techs, combined arms tree.
I got you. Yep. Infantry damage resistance to the enemy, -2, and +2 to them, I suspect, is the
Whatever
way
you
that's
need,
working.
we'll take care of it.
Yeah, if it's a positive bonus, it's generally if you land that on a friendly planet, you get that as a defensive bonus.
Heading there
And
now.
if it's in red, that's generally what you're doing to the enemy planet.
Okay, so we've stopped those naughty men from being there. That's good. I like stopping naughty men doing bad things.
I'm just picking up a few extra credits on the side here, clearing out the wells. Don't mind me.
You do thing, man. You do thing. It's fine. It's all good.
You've selected the slightly
The funniest
larger
thing you can
vessel.
do is once the game is over, head to the income from alternative sources, and then just look at the mercs.
Einstein carrier reporting.
It's pretty good.
Walking carrier.
Yeah.
Walking.
You notice that their economy is
Heavy
pittance
frigate entering
compared to what they get
contact
from, like, just
Our colony
ravaging
is
a
under
planet.
siege.
Apparently one of our colonies is under siege. Is somebody selling me drugs?
Probably.
It's possible.
Well, I think
Oh, it's over here, look. The Cerberus Assault Squad. Which is killing my civilian population off, but not actually hurting my infantry.
Yeah, so if they don't have enough infantry, you'll just out-regen them, and you won't have to worry too much. But naturally,
Kowloon class
Cerberus
reporting.
quite likes killing civilians.
We'll establish a
The Alliance
presence
doesn't
there.
kill very many civilians with its infantry. but Cerberus can quite easily land a bunch of infantry just to kill off your civilians and kill your tax income in the process.
What worries me is we've only seen one NPC player attack us. Does anybody want to send some scouts out and check out the situation?
I've had Orange attacking me a bit.
Okay.
I will get a couple of Normandies up though. Assuming I can afford.
Because I still see the scouts. I still see the scouts for blue and orange. I'm just not seeing any offensive assaults from them. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Well, I'm attacking Pink's relay.
Ooh.
I'm slightly regretting this. That's a lot of fighters.
That looks like good eats. Give me a minute.
Gearing up for FTL.
More EZO is required.
The funny thing, Gul, about playing the mercs is that all you need to do is get through your first several major engagements, and your economy starts snowballing to the point where it's very hard to.
You're kind of set up for life, are you?
Yeah, because all you need is that initial capital, and then it just kind of compounds.
Einstein carrier reporting.
Balance ongoing.
Heading out,
Yes.
Commander. Heading set.
My fleet's on the way to aid you. You gonna survive that battle?
Allied forces are
My capital ships should, although I'm not sure about my carrier.
structure complete.
I might actually jump him out right now.
Standing by.
Because they've achieved fighter superiority. The Council's fighters are terrible. And now they're
Got
just
anything? Just say
doing
the
bombing
word.
runs on my carrier.
I'll be there as soon as humanly possible. See what I did there?
Well done. But I've got my live ship in the thick of it. The live ship is not the toughest, but it's packed full of Phanex cannons all around the ring, so it does a lot of
Getting ready
damage.
for FTL.
Okay.
Stand by.
Is it my transport that creates
Getting ready
the
for FTL.
starbase, by
Stand
the way?
by.
The
Dyson.
Alliance Starbase is
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
in
right.
yet.
Yeah.
Is the what, sorry?
We will be giving... the Alliance Starbase is not in yet. We're going to be
Oh,
giving
no.
them Arcturus.
My
Oh,
best
but-
suggestion would be patrol beacons.
Yes.
A load of naughty blue men have just turned up with a bunch of siege frigates.
Yeah, I noticed that. I had a couple in my well as well. I think they're finally starting to expand a bit, but I'm headed towards the center relay.
So, this is probably a good time to mention,
Any
since you
frigate
mentioned siege
receiving your
frigates,
transmission.
that bombardment is still
Relocating
present in the
vessel
game
now.
in a form.
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
It's an ability on certain ships, like the siege frigate.
We await your command.
And
Engaging
instead of
maneuvering thrusters.
infantry's damage over time, bombardment just
Our
deals
reinforcements have
a
arrived.
big spike of damage. Did I just... No, my life ship's still there. But it
Carrier
will
is
also
on standby.
impart quite hefty penalties
Carrier
that
is
will last a
moving.
very long time and will
Preparing FTL
persist no matter
location
who
solution.
controls the planet.
Whatever you need, we'll take care
So
of it.
you can
Heading out,
take
Commander.
planets very quickly by jumping in and bombing them from orbit. But they're not going to be the nicest place to live after that.
More EZO is required.
Are we going to wreck some ships or
Yeah.
what?
That's pretty much how it breaks down.
I get that.
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
Depending on the method of bombardment, it can be worse as well. So, for example, the Cerberus Pompeii class dreadnought
reporting.
carries a large nuclear arsenal, which is illegal by council
Standing by.
standards, but when has Cerberus ever cared about that?
Heading out, Commander.
If you drop those
Planetary
nukes on a
upgrade
planet,
complete.
you're going to kill off the enemy infantry very quickly. You're also
Whatever you
going
need,
to
we'll
irradiate
take
the
care of
planet.
it.
Are we going to wreck some ships or what?
Hard choices.
Easy
Structure
choices.
complete.
Getting ready for FTL. Stand by.
The only choice. Getting absolutely hammered for Ezo.
FTL jump complete.
Have you got any refineries up?
Only one or two.
The refinery quota is only 2 on planets because of
An
the
allied
lower
fleet has arrived.
civilian permit levels overall, but you get a lot of ESO from refineries.
Good to know. Maybe if I can sneak one in somewhere.
Garden worlds generally have a lot of ESO on them, so if you can get refineries next to garden worlds, you can
Planetary
get a lot
upgrade
of resources. Something else with refineries, though. When they die,
anything, just say the
they
word.
explode.
Alliance
A lot.
reporting.
Violently?
Violently.
Heading set.
They'll deal damage to any ships
Our
nearby,
colony is under siege.
so you don't want to be leaving your defense fleet right next to a refinery. It's not a good plan. And they'll also impart a debuff to the planet. Well, actually, it's a kind of a
Moving to
mixed
that part
buff.
of the neighborhood.
On the one hand, you're reducing your population, because being showered with dust form
Planetary
ESO
upgrade
tends to
complete.
create a lot of cancer. But on the other hand,
An allied
it
fleet has
creates
arrived.
symbiotics as well, so you also get a small
Getting ready for
improvement
FTL.
to your
Stand by.
extraction rates. And this lasts for quite a while as well. So you want to be careful where you build your refineries.
I wouldn't necessarily do it on your home world.
I'm doing it.
Walking carrier reporting.
I have a very peculiar brand of lunacy.
Walking carrier reporting.
Right.
More ESO
What I need?
is
More
required.
fodder. That's what I need.
Well, Echo, I cleared out their mass relay.
Heavy frigate reporting.
Nice.
Merc ships can bring some pretty heavy weapons to bear.
Heavy frigate reporting as requested, sir.
Still got a lot of
Next.
fighters going though, haven't they?
Yeah, they'll die eventually, though. They don't have hosts.
Heavy frigate reporting.
Merc ships start off slightly better than most of the other ships. They don't have any upgrades to their ship stats.
Heavy frigate
and their
reporting
tech.
as requested.
So they
sir.
don't really scale.
Structure
I see. So
complete.
with the mercs, from kind of the word go, you're playing the
frigate reporting
initiate
as
early
requested,
battles.
sir.
Our reinforcements have
Yeah, that's
arrived.
why they're focused on hyper aggression, because the later you get in the game, the more at a disadvantage the mercs are.
ESO drive ready for the jump.
More credits are required.
Mere credits. Less of your complaints. More ships.
Heavy frigate reporting as requested, sir.
Structure complete.
Have some money.
Heavy frigate
Oh, that's
reporting
nice of
as
you.
requested, sir.
Thank you. More ships.
More ESO is required.
Yes, well, my fleet's looking a little bit ill at the moment, so I thought I'd fund the other people around me. Get them to fight for me, true council style.
Heavy frigate reporting.
That's a starbase.
Yeah, I don't even really care about that fleet. It's just there to make me some money.
Structure complete.
Which starbase is that?
Vulcan.
So, yeah, the Vulcan starbase doesn't really have much in the way of weapons.
Heavy
and
frigate
doesn't look like
reporting.
they've equipped it with any weapons.
Heavy
actually,
frigate receiving
though
your
it can be
transmission.
equipped with weapons. The Vulcan starbase is basically a giant
We
shipyard.
await your command.
It can pump out
Frigate
ships
reporting.
very quickly. They don't build very quickly otherwise.
Heavy frigate reporting.
These blue guys keep turning up to my mass relay and just getting pulverized.
Structure complete.
Would it be fair to say that one of the strengths of the Alliance here that I'm playing is its fighters?
Yes.
Had a feeling.
The Alliance and Cerberus are both very strong with their carriers.
FTL jump complete.
Geneva class has arrived.
My poor fools. Trickle theory doesn't work.
Hawking carrier reporting.
AI doesn't always handle mass relays that well. They sometimes
And
trickle
here,
ships
ladies
in.
and gentlemen, we can see a trickle-down economy in progress.
Alliance vessel reporting.
Yeah, one of them made it through.
Standing by.
Oh no, it'll be dead shortly.
Allied forces are under attack.
Hawking carrier is on standby.
Our forces are under attack.
Leipzig. Let's have one of you.
So the Leipzig
Heavy frigate
is
reporting.
an interesting one. Basically, I thought, well, my thought process went like this. The Alliance would have seen the SR2 out and about,
Getting ready for
but
FTL.
they don't really
Stand
have the
by.
budget to just casually design and build a whole new class of
Our
ships,
reinforcements have
copying
arrived.
the SR2.
Heavy
So
frigate
instead of
reporting.
that, I figured they have Phanex cannons. They would just install them on their existing Normandy class
Heavy
stealth
frigate
frigates,
reporting
which
as
is already a
requested, sir.
prototype as far as they're concerned. So the Leipzig is basically a Normandy with a bit of extra armor slapped on and a Phanex cannon put in the hangar where you would usually store the Maker.
Heavy frigate receiving
That
your
doesn't seem
transmission.
unreasonable.
Receiving FTL coordinates. Linking up to nearby conduits.
So it doesn't have the infantry, the N7 special forces that the Normandy has access to. But it does have a Phanex cannon.
Hey, Thanak cannon.
Heading
Singular,
to your
not plural.
designated system.
That's still quite powerful.
Ready for combat.
Oh look, an Adriatic. Hello, these are my fighters. I hope you enjoyed playing Gull's Roulette.
Hawking carrier reporting.
It appears I haven't done the strings for the Council Titans. That's unfortunate.
Whoopsie diddle.
Alliance vessel reporting.
Should be able to get that one in quickly after this, though.
Well, Blue seems to be hanging out at the center relay, so I'm in the process of
Our reinforcements
recouping.
have arrived.
You'll be fine.
Tell me about the Sagan assault carrier, or Sagan.
Sagan.
Yeah.
I'll let Echo go into that. He's the one who does all the codex entries for that stuff.
He,
Research
the
complete.
Sagan doesn't currently have any of its abilities in yet.
Our
However,
reinforcements have arrived.
when it does, it will be a very large assault carrier, so as the name would suggest, obviously. It's going to have the largest single infantry unit that the Alliance can deploy on board.
Uh-huh.
Basically, if that shows up in your gravity well, prepare to lose the planet.
Yes, sir.
Even if you manage to stop the ship itself, the infantry it's landed are probably going to take
Ready
your
for
planet.
combat. Heavy frigate reporting
And
as
naturally,
requested,
it's
sir.
a very strong carrier.
Lining up
Got quite a
formation.
lot of squadrons on its own.
Good to know.
I haven't
Okay.
decided fully on the abilities it'll have for buffing those squadrons,
Research complete.
but it will definitely buff those squadrons.
Okay, so right now, is it worth me giving it a quick build just so I can have a look at it? Is that alright?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the model's done.
Alright, cool.
Hard
I'll do
points
that
are
then.
set up in the end.
It's still quite a powerful ship. It just doesn't have its abilities yet.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
It's going to take me a lot of clicking, as you can probably hear, folks. My apologies.
It still has a fairly sizable fighter wing, doesn't it, Echo?
I think it's 12 squadrons.
Oh, there was a dreadnought. It's gone.
Trying to save up for the Destiny Ascension so we can show off the gorgeous new Destiny Ascension model.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not just any
It's an
Cardassian.
expensive ship.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Very expensive.
Somebody called Oh Shite has just has just followed my stream. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Oh shit. I'm not even streaming. Don't know how this has
Einstein
happened.
carrier reporting.
Just waiting around.
Late notification, perhaps?
Einstein carrier.
I think
reporting.
sometimes people just
We await your command.
sub for future streams, I suppose, don't they?
Everest class awaiting new orders.
That must be what happened
Standing
there.
by. Standing by.
By the way, you get a little bit of passive experience on your ships just automatically.
Allied forces are
That's one of the things that you put in with the research, isn't it?
I don't remember putting it in on the Alliance, but to be fair, I may have
FTL
forgotten.
jump complete.
It may just be that I'm trickle killing loads of ships and I'm getting experience that way.
Cerberus Control faction gets a lot of passive experience, though. That's the faction that's totally controlling the Reapers, yes.
Totally.
They're definitely not indoctrinated,
I
okay?
sense inverted commas.
The control signal works. I'll leave it to you to decide who it works on.
Open for debate.
But yes, they share certain limited formats of Reaper mechanics, and one of the Reaper mechanics is to
New
have
orders.
a lot of
Got
triple
anything to say
XP.
the word?
Because the Reapers are already perfect.
Our reinforcements have
The
arrived.
experience they gain from killing these pathetic people from this cycle is nothing next to the experience they've gained over the how many countless other cycles there are.
Yeah.
I want to coin a new phrase here and say billennia.
I like it.
Somebody's going to re-at me in the comments over that. There's no such word as that, Gul.
There is now. Deal with it.
Cardassian Intelligence Service has deemed you incorrect. There is a word.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Yep, we found blue.
Oh, there they are. Got a station as well. Another one of
Allied
the
forces
Vulcans.
are under attack.
Oh, halfway to the Destiny Ascension.
Oh, I do love Cerberus's stations. They just look very attractive, don't they?
All based off concept art. So it's technically canon.
The best kind of cannon.
Being correct is the best. Being technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Certainly the most infuriating kind of being correct, isn't it?
Standing by.
Dreadnought der Everest-Klasse meldet sich zum Dienst.
Now, I notice you've at the moment, as ships level, you've got the odd ability that you can't assign. Is that something that you're planning to kind of eradicate in the future? Because I know it's something that irks me.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because
An
a lot
allied
of the
colony
ships
is under
currently
siege.
don't have abilities.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, especially with the Systems Alliance. We figured for N7 Day we would do like a minimum playable release, something to keep the fans happy, because this has always been a very important day for Mass Effect fans. It's always been kind of like a community day. So we figured with all the massive changes we've been making, it might be worth putting out something just to keep the fans occupied while we plan on doing another release where we hammer out most of the operative details, like abilities, obviously like stat cards and model fixes on my end. This is a very rough around the edges version that we decided to release.
Sometimes rough around the edges is nice because you find that the community, they'll turn up and they'll come up with ideas that you might otherwise not have thought about.
Yeah.
And that can mean a better future release. I mean, I know it's certainly worked for us in the past, and I know it's worked for various other mods in the past. Sins of the Prophets have used a decent amount of feedback.
Well, we tell our playtesters when we bring them on, because they do a playtest on the daily for us, is that we have a pretty much open door policy on stuff, but I do reserve the right to veto anything they say.
Oh yeah. In fact, to be honest with you, that's typically my default stance. I think both Max and I in the past have been perhaps a little bit resistant to change.
An ally has constructed a Titan.
Well, the funny thing is a lot of our playtesters have really good ideas, but it doesn't come out until they play the rough version and get a chance to get a feel for what we're doing. Because a lot of the mechanics we've come up with have been kind of like chiseled out of a larger picture. Because Echo didn't. We had some infantry abilities in our beta release on our Discord channel, but it kind of blossomed into a full replace of the stock Sins siege mechanic when we started doing the rebuild.
Yeah. I wanted to try and make sure that it wasn't some Frankenstein of multiple different versions.
Yeah, you've kind of you can Frankenstein to a limited effect as long as canon allows for it, but canon doesn't really allow for it in Mass Effect so much. So I think you needed that total rebuild. As an example, if you have a sci-fi universe with lots of different races that have got very different ideologies, perhaps you could have one faction that did the traditional bombing and another faction that perhaps almost exclusively did invasions or some kind of subversions. Whereas in Mass Effect, most races seem to operate in a very similar manner, where they go for the ground assaults.
Yeah.
Got anything to say
Even the Reapers.
Yeah, even the Reapers did the same, didn't they?
Land on the planet.
An allied colony is under siege.
Make sure that they didn't miss anyone.
Well, the idea is to not completely destroy the planet, because the more garden worlds you have, the more material you have to harvest, the more Reapers you can make, the stronger you become.
And also, they wanted to leave the opportunity for the cycle to continue, didn't they? That's what they wanted to happen. They wanted the cycle to restart anew. And if you utterly vaporize all intelligent life on all the planets that were capable of sustaining intelligent life, the cycle wouldn't be able to continue, or potentially wouldn't be able to continue.
We'll take care of it.
Well, it would delay it. You'd have, because the whole purpose of Mass Effect, like between the mass relays, the Citadel, all the technology. The Reapers would leave just enough behind the last cycle to give this cycle a head start. It was all essentially a guided path. So none of the other races were, knew about the Reapers until the events of Mass Effect 1. But essentially, the Reapers were holding everyone's hand the entire way there. Essentially, just guiding them along a desired path.
Our colony is under siege.
Which I always thought was kind of morbid.
Sometimes morbidity is magnificent.
So
well, you haven't even gotten
Destiny Ascension.
Oh yeah.
Have you got it?
Yes, it's currently in FTL.
I was just having a look at the Carl Sagan. Let's take a look and see where she's living. Oh, I see her.
And of course, we've got new FTL effects as well.
I was just about to comment on that. Oh, nice. Is that a particularly big particle draw, or have you managed to make it quite efficient?
I haven't noticed any lag time on it.
Reinforcements have arrived.
There's not a lot of emitters on the actual particle effect itself, so.
Getting ready for FTL.
It's a nice looking model. Very nicely done. I'd say that this variant looks possibly more organic than the last. I think you've kind of gone on... you've perhaps made it a little bit rounder.
Well, the thing was is that the model the last model we were using was pretty much as old as the mod was. It was like 2011, I think I made that model, and I didn't really have the experience I have now. So I designed this one to be as close to the Mass Effect 3 version as possible, and Malcontent, one of the modelers over at SOTP, was nice enough to unwrap it for me because I apparently suck with anything organic.
You want to talk to Max about that? He can't do anything organic at all, so it really frustrates him immensely.
Even texturing was a pain on it, but it was just a matter of getting the technique down.
Our forces are.
What do you use for texturing?
Echo have a pretty long-lasting joke with us. It's all about template.
Do you Photoshop immediately when it comes to texturing? Or?
Well, yeah. I unwrap it and then I immediately texture it. Most ships won't take me longer than 2 days to finish. The hardest one to reskin was the new Reaper skin that we did. We didn't want to do this release without having the Reapers look 100%, so I took a day or 2 days to really start from the ground up with their skins. Because again, those were 2012 was the last time they were updated.
Diverting power to jump engines.
Keep being told I'm under attack.
Getting ready for FTL. Stand by.
Damn it. Stop killing my peeps.
An allied colony
Listen, man.
is under siege.
Everyone wants drugs. They're in high demand.
Geneva-class cruisers on standby.
I want my people alive.
Alliance vessel reporting.
No one's tried red sand and gone, just wasn't for me.
Just one more. Just one more.
We have a really good marketing department, so we don't really have to worry about finding new customers. They find us.
Heavy frigate, reporting as requested, sir.
How many credits per second are you guys generating right now, just out of curiosity?
67.
Heavy frigate reporting.
132.
83. And most of that is drugs.
Ready for combat. Heavy frigate, reporting as
That
requested,
sounds
sir.
like Mercs.
I need to get back on the raid because my economy's kind of stalling a bit right now.
Diverting power to jump engines.
You tell me when you're going and I'll join.
I'm going after blue because they're presenting the smallest target for me right now, or green rather, bluish green.
Initiating
I'm with
FTL
you.
procedures.
You do your thing, man. This is my money.
All right.
Alliance vessel reporting.
I'm just about to go after pink.
I was going to say, all right, Sundered. Since we're both pretty close to pink, I'll join you.
Heavy frigate.
Just let
reporting
Sagan
as
arrive, and then
requested,
I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
He's dragging his heels.
Allied forces are under
Good
attack.
stuff. Yeah, the Sagan is
Heavy
one of
frigate
the very
reporting.
few ships in the Alliance that are slower than normal. But when I say slower than normal, I mean it goes at the same speed as my fast ships as
Heavy
Council.
frigate reporting.
It's a pain to get anywhere as Council.
Council is
Heavy
essentially
frigate,
supposed to have the
reporting as
presence of a
requested,
juggernaut.
sir.
Sleeping giant.
No, the sleeping giant is the Alliance.
The
You reckon?
Council is the awake
frigate
giant, and they
reporting.
have
Yeah.
the upkeep costs to show for it.
Very expensive maintaining ship logistics between.
Hello, Centurion class carrier. It's nice that you were able to join us. Oh, goodbye. Well, I like these fighters.
Ready to move out. Einstein carrier reporting.
Alliance vessel reporting.
Alright, this time I'm going in with some
Heading to targeted
interceptors
system.
of my own.
What interceptors do you have?
Jump engines.
The glaive on the Hawking.
That's right, that's right. Oh, Gul, if you haven't already, build some Newtons.
I do have some. At least I think I do.
Pay attention to them when they enter combat.
They're definitely carriers, yes.
Yes.
Standing by.
They're
I think these are the not gun carriers.
Yeah. So the Systems Alliance has always been kind of wormy when it comes to what is it called? The Treaty of Ferrickson. Yeah, Ferrickson. I always forget how to pronounce that. And so what they did was they built a carrier. Looks like a carrier, works like a carrier, until you enter combat and its main forward-facing hangar turns into a massive spinal accelerator.
Always fun.
Yeah, we use the same animation code that will make the Reaper legs work to actually animate the gun appearing out of the hangar.
Heavy frigate, reporting as requested,
And
sir.
it'll stay locked out in firing position while you're in combat, and then it'll usually retract. I say usually because I've got reports of it not
as
retracting,
requested, sir.
but nobody's given me a reproducible bug yet, so...
My best guess, Echo, is that it has something to do with an ounce of lag on the communication end, and something doesn't click. Because anytime that I've actually used it in a game, I've re-entered combat and left combat, and it's retracted.
Heavy frigate, reporting as requested, sir.
Alright, I got Blue on the run. I'm gonna take him down.
Come on, you silly sausages, leave!
Frigate reporting.
Pink is attacking me despite the fact that I have the Destiny Ascension in the grab well. I'm a little concerned that they think they can handle it.
Are they doing what you would describe as tripping balls?
Yeah, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Let's just watch and see what the Destiny does.
Oh, looks like they're all running.
Reporting.
They're like, what's that?
I
Oh no!
run.
Diverting power to jump
I didn't ask for this.
What do you mean our fighters are outnumbered by the
frigate
council?
reporting.
That's not supposed to happen.
I'll never fail. True to the cause.
Ruth be to Kaiser.
I am now getting 40% of all ships that have been destroyed.
Oh, you've gone Aria? Make sure you
Yep.
get your refineries up as well, because Aria
Oh yeah, no, I
refineries-
did.
Research.
Yeah.
Geneva class has arrived.
Heading to targeted system.
An allied fleet has arrived.
Everest class, standing by.
Let's lock this mass relay down.
Heavy frigate, reporting as requested, sir.
Destroying Cerberus capital ships makes me quite a bit of money.
Allied forces are under attack.
Oh my, that's quite the
Heavy
Cerberus
frigate
fleet.
reporting.
Hawking carrier is on standby.
Yeah, I'm
Forces
destroying
are
this
under
Praetor and then
attack.
I'm jumping out.
An allied colony is under siege.
Hold off for a moment, you'll be okay.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Are you sending reinforcements?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I'm sending reinforcements to Echo first. It looks like he's in a bit of...
Heading set.
What you might
I would
describe
send-
as a
I'm gonna jump out and use whatever money I just made to bolster my
Warning,
fleet a bit.
inbound
So
hostile fleet detected.
don't worry about me. I got money.
Heavy frigate reporting.
You got plenty of money?
I'm kind of
Empty
surprised
jump
that these guys
complete.
decided to jump.
More ESO is required.
Getting ready for FTL.
Raya, what the hell are you doing?
Allied reinforcements have arrived. Our reinforcements have arrived.
Einstein carrier, reporting. Heading to targeted system.
Alliance vessel reporting.
Oh, that's good to
Alliance
see.
vessel reporting.
Good old Systems Alliance, swooping in to
Einstein
save the
carrier,
day for the
reporting.
Council once again.
Mobilizing now,
To
Commander.
save the Destiny Ascension.
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
I can finally start affording to get some capital ships back in my fleet again.
What's one of
Alright.
those?
Huh?
What's one of those? What's a capital ship?
Diesel is required.
Yes, sir.
Pushing my ships through in just a moment.
Heading to targeted
Hold the line!
No, there's no Solarians here today.
I just noticed a drawback to working as the mercs.
Okay.
Because none of my allies have the treaty with the militias. Anytime they send trade ships, the militias just pop them.
Heavy frigate reporting.
Hawking carrier, reporting.
Well, things are going south for Cerberus over here.
Heavy frigate reporting as requested, sir.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Goodbye, Trafalgar.
Heading set. Mobilizing now, Commander. Einstein carrier, reporting.
Heavy
You guys
frigate
making some
reporting.
headway on who are you fighting right now? Pink?
Our forces
Pink.
are
Mhm.
under attack.
Pink
Allied
went
forces
destroy
are
though,
under
so they're
attack.
really pumping out big
Heavy
fleets
frigate
quickly.
reporting.
Hunt them down!
Heavy frigate reporting. Geneva class cruiser.
Oh, here they come again. You guys need help? You can pay me for help.
Oh no. I think I'm okay.
No, I'll be fine.
Let's see how it is. Too good?
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
We're just jelly.
Kilimanjaro class dreadnought here.
Let's see how it is.
Hawking carrier, reporting.
I'll remember that.
Commander. Aye, aye.
What's this, another Trafalgar? Hello. Oh, that's a big thing.
I would kill it. Those are good eats.
Moving there now.
They
Our
retreat?
reinforcements have arrived.
They have done?
Got
They
anything
seem
to
a
say the
little
word?
confused about whether they're retreating or not, to be honest.
Are we
but
going to
yeah.
wreck some ships or what?
Got anything? Just say the word. Got anything? Just say the word. Standing by. Got anything? Just say the word. Einstein carrier, reporting.
Ready to move out.
Initiating FTL procedures.
Hawking carrier is on standby.
Any of my Giths still alive? I'm gonna go with no.
You still got Geth in your fleet? You got Geth in your fleet?
Not anymore.
Oh. That wasn't very efficient.
Heavy frigate.
Looks like Cerberus
reporting as
wrecked them.
requested, sir. Attacking designated target.
Which is a good move on Cerberus' part, because the Gith are armed with a lot of lasers.
Geneva class has arrived.
Hey, you with a face, you joining?